Before this video starts, I just want to apologize. My thoughts are all over the place in this video. I never made videos like this, so I'm learning on the fly. I'm getting better. Hopefully you get better. But there's a lot of different tips that I've learned all over the place. So I'll get better at that and I'll make them shorter. I apologize. Yo. Welcome back to another Sorare video. It's your boy Mosballin, and I'm super excited. I'm ecstatic. We're getting rewards today. We're telling you guys everything we learned this weekend. It was our first weekend playing, and we're heading into our first weekdays. I'm so excited. I'm loving this game. If you guys never played, there's a link down below to sign up. Try to sign up, try to play. It's absolutely free. You can spend money. This is something we've talked about, but you can also make money. I'm gonna try to play no money spent, see how fast I can start earning real life money, how we can make it happen, all that good stuff. I'm hyped because we learned so much. If you guys are new, go ahead and watch episode 1 where we basically broke down the whole game. But let's get started, man. Let's get started. We are gonna hit up the NBA. New game week is starting in 12 hours. We need to lock in our team. Man, trust me when I say I learned so much. Let's go into our cards. Let's go ahead right here, our daily drop. I'm gonna tell you guys all the dailies I've gotten so far this week, right? Ooh, Thomas Bryant. This dude had a ball game yesterday. I know AD is coming back, but look at this man. He had a 57-point outing against the Blazers last night. You know I'm taking him, bro. You know I'm taking him for right now. Maybe he doesn't have a great impact because AD is supposed to be back in the next few days, but I'm still taking him, man. You never know. AD is not the guy that stays healthy all the time. Now let's go ahead also and trade in a player. We get a trade every day. Now what I'm gonna try to do right here, right now, is I'm gonna try to trade in KP. Yes, that's what I'm gonna try to do. Let's see how much we can get for KP. Let's see what they're gonna give us. Let's see if we get a superstar. Scotty Barnes is not bad. Jimmy Buckets, DeRozan, and Giddey. Ooh, who do I want from these boys? Scotty Barnes. Whoo, I wish I could click on them and see how they've been doing. Like, legit, it won't really tell you like that. Honestly, Jared Allen gets blocks, rebounds, and all that, like good stuff like that, but he's not scoring that much, obviously. Scotty Barnes has been getting assists lately. I've been seeing Giddey obviously does it all. DeRozan probably, he is the highest scorer, obviously. And then there's Jimmy Buckets. Now what we could quickly do is see how these guys been doing. And I pulled up every single player, and now I could kind of just take a look. So Scotty Barnes, points wise, he's okay. He hits about 1-3 a game, maybe sometime. Rebounding is there. Assists are there. Like, he's averaging 4.8 assists for the whole season. That's tough though. I want to know for like the last 10, he's been averaging around the same, probably. Yup. Steals, he gets at least a steal a game, maybe sometimes a little more, and he blocks shots, so definitely not bad. I would say points average, he's had like a couple bad games. Like, this is a bad game, but everyone has bad games for the most part. Jimmy Buckets, his points are average wise are better because he doesn't have that low one. He doesn't hit threes. His rebounds are lower. His assists are lower. He has higher steals for the most part, but not as many blocks. Okay, I'm just going off their last 10. I don't want to go off season averages, obviously. Defense, Josh Giddey, not the same, but rebounds and assists are higher than both. Well, not even assists that much. Shea's the main guy. Points are there. Giddey's looking good, man. Giddey's looking good. And then DeMar DeRozan, like defensive wise, stats aren't always there. But then again, these are all just zeros. But then when it comes to scoring, he has the highest potential, but he doesn't hit threes. So I'm going to cancel out DeRozan. I'm canceling out DeRozan to make my job easier. To be honest, I want to take Scotty Barnes, but the only reason I don't is because I have another Toronto Raptor player, and I don't want to have two like of my main guys being on the same team. So I'm thinking, like, I'm leaning towards Giddey because he's young. He's 20 years old. And they do sometimes have those tournaments. Like, they had one where I missed it, but it was like you have to be under 23. So between Scotty and Josh are a better vibe. Jimmy has such high potential, but I'm crossing him out. So I'm debating between Scotty Barnes and Josh Giddey, okay? That's my decision. My decision is between these two cats right here. So Scotty can obviously score more points, but he also could score lower. Josh is a little bit more consistent. Like, Giddey's more consistent. The threes, they're pretty much even, like pretty much. It's crazy that Giddey actually hits a little bit more threes than him in his last 10. That's actually wild. I did not see that coming. Rebounds are also pretty well balanced. Giddey gets double digits a little bit more, and obviously for the assists, Giddey gets more assists. But steals and blocks count as 3 apiece. Let's keep that in mind. And Scotty gets a lot of blocks, way more compared to Giddey. He also gets more steals. This is tough. So first of all, we'll start there. The point system, we didn't talk about that much. So a point is 1 point. Every rebound is 1.2 points, or 1.2, yeah. And then the assist is 1.5. A block and a steal are 3 points each. A turnover is -2. Yes, every turnover is -2. A made 3 is an extra 1. A double-double is extra 1. But remember, they're obviously getting it in assist, blocks, and points areas. Otherwise, double-doubles would be too overpowered in general. Same with triple-doubles. Triple-doubles count as 1 extra point as well. So that's not really something to base stuff off. You're really basing it off of guys that have really good assist to turnover ratios. You want a guy that can get a lot of assists without really turning the ball over a lot, and someone who can get blocks and steals while still putting the ball in the basket. So with all that said, I will take Scotty Barnes based on defense. Yes, based on defense, he has higher in the last 10. To be honest, I feel like I should take Giddey just because he costs less in his last 10 and he's been really bowling, but we'll take Scotty Barnes, man. That way we're at least swapping up on a Tuesday. It's actually a Monday and I'm completely kidding, but yeah, so log in the first day on Friday. We got my man Grimes, who's been bowling. Actually, if you look at his last few games, he's been doing really well for Nick. I like having guys on different teams. I swapped my Robert Covington. Yes, Robert Covington did so bad for us, so bad. Game 1, I thought he was I was just so sold on him. I was like, bro, this guy's terrible. Let me get him out of here. And then I traded for Pat Bev. Don't even ask questions. Pat Bev is not as good as Rocco, I understand, but I just wanted someone new. Plus, the main reason is because I already have Batum, and I didn't want 2 guys on the same team, to be honest. I really don't like having guys on the same team. Now, what ended up happening is Batum did so bad, I ended up trading Batum, and I took Torrey Craig. I didn't want any Clippers for right now. Torrey Craig did really well his last game. Hopefully he does well this week as well. And then for our daily day 2, we got Mike Conley. Okay, now let's go into this week, how we did and what we've learned. We definitely learned a lot of things, and that is that we did this all wrong. Yes, we did this all wrong. Remember I said I'm gonna just put anything in contenders because we're gonna get a prize regardless. I'm gonna just put whoever there. I'm gonna try to place top 50% in beginner 1, and then I'm gonna put a lot into champion. Well, obviously I didn't put enough into champion, not enough at all. It was just too, like, Porzingis sold. He only had 1 game, and it made me realize guys that have 1 game are hit and miss so much. They're so hit and miss. Like Carter had 1 game, so hit and miss. Dude got me 7 points. Like, what even is that? So that hurt us. We could have placed high enough. All we needed to do was place like 1,600 higher, and we could have been common tier 1. So if I would have taken anyone that I trusted here, put him here instead of Carter, we would have got a common tier 1 card. We could have gotten a really good card here for sure. Now Clay missed 1 game without us knowing. Like, it was just a last minute coach decision type thing where he just sat them all out. So him playing 1 game and playing bad hurt us as well. That's stuff we can't control, obviously. Hardaway sold first game, but see, having 2 games plays out really well. It helps you so much. Like, Luka played bad second game, but his first game carried, and this is bad in Luka's standards for sure. Same with AJ Griffin. We saw he had a 4-point outing, but then the second game saved him. So just having 2+ games helps so much. Whenever a guy plays 1, it's hit or miss, literally. Cam Thomas didn't even play game 2, played game 1, only 5 points. You feel me? This dude, right in his 1 game, had a really good outing, way better than I thought he would. So we're gonna show him some love, and that's why you can't make decisions off of 1 game. That's why me selling my man Rocco off 1 game performance where he really didn't play well against the Spurs. I was like, bro, they put up 131 on the Spurs, and dude put up 2.5 points. Like, what is that? What even is that? I got rid of him that same night, but I should have been more patient. Same with Nicholas Batum. but it really is matchups at the end of the day. It really comes down to things like that. You can't rely on certain players, and we're learning that little stuff. Another thing we're learning is you're getting XP for players. I explained that in the comment section. I explained that on Twitter. So every time a player plays, you get XP, and that's the point of the training team. So once I figured that out, I started putting players in here, so that way we could get a little bit more XP. What does that XP do, Mos? Now, as you guys can see, every player when you start, they get a +5 bonus to every stat they get. So like fantasy points, Luka got us about 62. The +5 made it to 65. 46 became a 48. And this is for every player. When they start playing, they go up a little bit to go to 5.5%. They could go to 6%, 6.5. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. If I look at the leaderboards, usually the guys high up on the leaderboards, this guy's Luka has a 6% boost, 6%, 6%, 5.5, 6%. Cool. Now that's because this is beginner 1. These are guys that just basically started playing. They haven't made it out of there yet. So let's go into common champion. This is where we're going to see the big boys. Luka has an 8.5% boost. Kyrie 8%. 9%. You see this? So the more a player plays on your team, the more you play, the more their boosts are going to be added and help you out in the long run. So it's great to make sure your players are playing. You can always add them into training where you can literally have a bunch of teams training. So anyone that's not playing for you in any tournament, go in there. Now what we're going to do for this week's lineup is, one, we got to wait until they close out and give us our rewards for the last week's stuff, right? I want to definitely make sure that way we can get out of beginner 1 and start beginner 2, where the prizes are better, definitely better prizes. You get tier 3 for placing at anywhere, tier 2 for placing in the top 50% ish, and then top 100 are guaranteed limited cards. So limited cards are literally for money, so you can get a free limited card, not the best, tier 4, but you still could get one in beginner 2. So one of the things we're definitely learning, if I'm gonna commit to a champion, I have to really commit player wise. I have to commit completely, right? So I don't think I mentioned this in the last video because I was watching it back, but MVP plus 120 budget. So you can use an MVP and a 120 budget. So you guys are gonna see right here, I'm gonna register this team. I'm gonna start it with Luka. My budget never changed. My budget never changed. So now I could throw in Scotty. Oh, guys have won games. I don't know. Are we relying on guys with won games this week? Or are we gonna do it? He's playing the Kings. I can rely on him against the Kings, right? We got Clay against the Grizzlies. After seeing how Clay performed yesterday, it's hit or miss. You can say, yeah, he's gonna have a big game, or you can say, nah, he's not. Now, I'm not gonna be able to really set this up where I'm like positive, so I feel like maybe common champion isn't for us yet. Maybe we need to finish out a week before we can actually really compete, because like I told you guys, the prizes, you really need to place really high for these. You need to be in the top 15%, and I don't believe we could do that yet. But once we start getting better players, once we start getting rewards in the other ones, which is what I'm really gonna focus on, if I can get rewards in the other ones, like higher tier rewards, then we can start literally putting in our really good common cards here that are better in overall and trying to get one of the limiteds in here. So main focus is going to be beginner 2, where there's always going to be less players in the beginner ones. There's going to be less players. We're going to go ahead and compete in the common contender. We're going to do that so I can get a higher tier common card, because we need those, whether it's tier 1 or tier 2. That's our goal. That's our game plan. I think we could also give it our all in the common West. Common West's prize pool is top 15%. I think we can make a nice team here and try to compete. I don't know if I'm gonna put Luka. We'll go ahead with Clay. We'll go with Harrison. We'll go with Thomas. I just wasted more than half my budget. Our budget really got taken right there, but we still got it. We still got it. We don't have that many West guys really that crazy. So we'll run Tim, Mike, Thomas, Harrison, and Clay. That's a really solid lineup. Everyone is playing 2 games except Clay, who only has 1. Clay's the only one with the 1 game, and he is playing the Grizzlies. Let's just hope he performs. Otherwise, I'm better off putting somebody even lower. It really doesn't make sense for me to throw Luka in there. I would rather use him in beginner 2. I would rather use him there. What we're going to do is the common contender. And I think this is going to be the lineup I can commit here for this right now. Obviously, we don't have the greatest cards, but Bogdanovic, who has a 2 game. My man Grimes has 2 games. Jalen has 2 games. Torrey Craig has 2 games. And AJ has 2 games. So hopefully those games are enough to get us at least in the top 50% in tier 3. I literally need beginner 2 to open up, so I know exactly what I'm going to throw in common champion. But for right now, we could start our training team. We could definitely start a training team. Let's add a team here and add our lowest players, right? We need them to get their little bonuses, and we'll throw in a team for common champion just in case everyone has career highs, but we won't be trying to place there. It's the same as me putting them in training, right? It's the same exact thing. They're gonna get the same XP more or less. That way everyone's being utilized, but my main guys aren't in common champion where I'm not gonna be rewarded for it. So the rewards took a lot longer to come through than I thought they would, but they're here. They're officially here. I went out, I did my thing, and we back and we better than ever. We made it out of beginner 1, as well as we got a prize of contender. But like I said, we learned a lot about champion. We need to go in there with our best of the best. Let's claim our rewards. Let's claim. I'm scared. I am worried. Who do we got? This is our tier 4. It's not going to be anything crazy. A Nets player. A Nets. Okay. Okay, I could dig it. I could dig it. It's alright. It's better than nothing. And our other player for beginner 1, which we ranked pretty well. We did pretty well. It should be a tier 2, right? Tier 2, I think. That's how that works. And we get Jalen Green. Okay. He could definitely come up big on our squad this week. But like I said, we learned a lot. We could have done better in the other league. But let's use our knowledge to our advantage. We're going to enter beginner 2. I want to understand. So managers will complete if they rank in the top 25. I don't know if I even want to complete because what happens when you complete that? Do you go anywhere else? I don't think you unlock anything else. Because out of all the tournaments and stuff, it doesn't seem like there's a stage above that. So you might be better off staying in here and just trying to place over and over again in like a decent slot, which I guess you just keep getting tier 2 commons. That's not terrible. That's not bad. I could definitely do that. Anything else? And yeah, I mean, I want to limit it, but I don't want to get out of here either. We'll see. We'll see. Let's figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my Western Conference lineup for a second. I'm going to see if Jalen Green can sneak his way in here at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Harrison Barnes. I feel like he's less reliable, to be honest. He'll be less reliable than a Jalen Green. And Jalen Green actually has 3 games this week. 3 games. So I will use him in the West, where I want to place better. Now that I learned that I want to do better there. And yeah, I can't make a really good lineup for champion yet. Common champion, we really can't focus on this yet. We gotta try to place in all the other ones really well, and then we'll worry about that one later. So let's delete this. This is where everyone puts all their good stuff. Everyone has like really good lineups, like people who already have limited cards and this and that. They literally put their stuff in here so they can get more limited cards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take care of beginner 2. I don't really want to beat it, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll use Luka as our MVP, which doesn't affect our score like we said. So I guess I'll use this team, man. I guess this will be my beginner 2 team. Why not, man? Luka Doncic, Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes, 2 Raptors. We use DeLon Wright and Caleb Martin. That means we put all our marbles right here too, so we can get really good placing in beginner 2 hopefully. Do I want Thomas Bryant against the Clippers / Spurs, or do I want Harrison Barnes against the Grizzlies Raptors? There's so much like decisions to make, man. I don't think it'll be big time decisions like that. Like I shouldn't make that swap. I think my Western Conference team is locked in just like this. A bunch of shooting guards literally with Clay, Jalen, and Tim Hardaway. And now with everyone else, we'll enter common champion, which we will obviously not place. We won't get a reward for this, but it's XP at the end of the day anyway. We didn't really talk about XP, but like when you click on a player, you'll see his level, and then you'll see my boy Bogdanovic, who was in trading, got 79 XP. Luka's XP is at 94. I don't know if that's because he played 2 games, if it's based on where he played. I'll look into that and I'll let y'all know in the future, but 94 for Tim as well. Let's look at a guy like DeLon Wright, who actually played 1 game, and yeah, he got 89. Okay, so I guess maybe it's based on that, but actually that's not true, because Carter played 1 game, but he was in the same beginner 1. Beginner 1 got 94 XP regardless. They definitely got 94, so that means Clay should have got 94 with his 1 game played as well. I'm just trying to see. So Victor was in a whole different place and he got 96 XP, so it's based on where they're playing, the XP they get. But training still gets you a decent amount. So I registered a team in all 4 places, right? We have a registry everywhere. So it makes more sense to enter common champion even if you're not gonna place. Like this team is not gonna place in here, but they're better off in here for XP. We'll get our first players to level up soon. And I already made 1 training squad, and unfortunately I can't make a second one. I don't have enough players, but starting next tournament day we'll be able to have 6 full lineups. 6, I almost did this at 6, but yeah, we'll have 6 because we'll have these 4 depending on how we do in beginner 2. We'll also have 2 training ones, so that'll be cool. And then hopefully the game plan, or our hopes and plans, is that we can get a limited card soon. I was hoping this time around, but it's probably not gonna happen. I just don't see us being in the top 100 in beginner 2. I don't see it happening, but maybe, especially with how it's set up with the details. If you look at it, you have to rank in the top 25 to get out. So people who are really close in previous times aren't going to be in there anymore. So we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully next time around we have a really good common champion team that could really compete. I just can't set it up right now in the budget. We just need more and more players, so hopefully the dailies and things like that can help us out and bring us there. So let me know how you guys are doing. If you guys are going to enjoy this, should we keep this up? What's the vibe? And then hopefully within like a month or so, we can have a couple limited cards starting up and see what we can do from there. I'm gonna keep trading in higher overall players. I think I like that with KP. That KP switch was definitely fire, man. I would definitely do that again. And yeah, we're gonna make the most of it. We definitely gonna start seeing players level up to get the 5.5%, I guess, or we'll see how it goes.
So even after I made this video 5 million hours long, I decided to make changes. I made changes, so I wanted to show it to you guys. Now I'm still learning. I decided, let me go all in champion, man. Let's do it. You never know. This is hit or miss, because I don't really want to make it out of beginner 2. I don't want to make it out either or. Like, regardless, you get a good prize. So like, if you look at the prizes, you're guaranteed a tier 2 or tier 3 common. So I'm cool with that. I'm fine to stay in here as long as I need to until I build my lineup a little bit better. So it's better off trying to take the risk and trying to score here while we do other things and other guys are doing work. So my Western Conference is a good team. My contenders could be better, and they will be better next time around. But we're going to make it all work out. I believe. And we got this. I'm learning with you guys on the fly. We're learning together. I love you guys. Thank you guys. Sorry for the long video. Let me know if I should make these videos shorter or how the vibe should be, or if you guys enjoyed watching it like this, and I'll make it happen.
And yeah, before I forget, let's take a look at our league. I did not look. We have 37 members. Let's go ahead and take a look at the week that just ended. Yes, how did everyone do? There was 19 people in beginner 1. I placed 7th. Nice. Shout out to our winner. Look at our winner. My man went off. What a lineup. What a lineup. Luka, Scotty Barnes, Chris Paul, Herbert Jones, and TJ McConnell. I heard TJ McConnell is a really great player in this. He finished 93rd in the world, bro. You are different. Look at the placing difference between him and Cucumber Salad, who placed 1,000, even though their point difference isn't insane. And then you go down, a lot of us were in like the middle of the pack right here. 4th place, Big Dog, Fletch at 3rd, W Stuff, guys. I'm not gonna read everyone's name. Common contender, our best player was Charles Sanders. Okay, I see you, man. You finished 1,059th in common contender. That's really good. I placed 9th out of all of you guys. You guys smoked me in this. WWW. Common champion, I finished 6th amongst all. Christian with a really heavy score, and he finished 908th all-time in common champion. Good stuff, Christian. Boss man Adam, I see you guys. I was way far behind, and I'm still gonna be far behind there. Common West, there were 7 people in here. Here is our winner, Big W's. If you guys want to, make sure you join. I will have this link down below as well, so you guys can join this and see how you did amongst all the other ballers. And we had one limited contender in Christian who placed 1st here, obviously because he's the only, but he ended up placing 7,000 in limited contender. Not a bad start, guys. Not a bad start for everybody. Let's see how game week 28 is gonna do for us. We have 27 of y'all in here. 27. Hopefully more of you guys join and we can continue to grind together.